Shout out to everybody out there on White Street. You already know what it is. Salute to everybody.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to SteveBussaGS. We got another scorecard reaction for y'all, and you already know what it is. Let's get it. Look, normally I make y'all wait on these album reviews. We do like one part per week, but y'all just came through and showed so much fucking love on the last video that I wanted to just knock it out back to back for y'all. It was a beautiful thing to see. I'm not gonna lie. Like, YouTube comment section tends to be the most toxic place on earth, period. And y'all don't do anything but show love to each other, respect each other's opinions, give creative breakdowns, educate my dumb ass on all the cultural references that I don't get, and really try to bring me into the fold so I can understand the music. And it made me emotional. I'm dead serious. It really did. I was reading through all the comments and shit, and like, dude, GS Gang is fucking love, yo. This shit was so real. I was like, yo, I don't care, I don't feel good. Let's just go. I'm gonna get a little something to smoke on, and let's just fucking knock this out for everybody. So without that being said, with nothing else being said, do me a favor. Run the gauntlet, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, little bell notification guy. We about to hop in and see what this is hitting for, man. Yo, that was really fucking dope, y'all. I love seeing the comments, the breakdowns, just the companionship and shit like that. Everybody dapping each other up. No fucking toxicity. Like, if I could have every video like that, yo, if I could have every video like that, I'll do this shit for the rest of my life. Dead ass. Let's go. Clone Wars 4. We're gonna knock it out. I got my Baby Yoda shirt on. We're gonna be all thematic with it. We're going hard. We're going hard. Hashtag Baby Yoda down in the comments. Let's get it. Also, you know what? If you guys can go and just like to raise awareness for this, retweet out the video and shit like that. I'm gonna tweet it out after this and just show SDC some love. Let them know that we're excited for Clone Wars 5. You know what I'm saying? Like, the only way that we're gonna grow fan bases is by getting more visibility for everybody, and hopefully we get a lot more eyes on them. You know what I'm saying? But let's get it. Where we at? Alright, we got our scorecard. So, In Vibe We Trust is the first one up.
Put your hands up high and touch the sky. One time for my city, let's touch the sky. First you visualize it, then it's action time. You can lock my body up or contract my mind. You see, real niggas don't die, oh boy, we multiply. Loyalty.
Yo, the old school vibes on this just right out the fucking rip. Let's go. This is on some old school hip hop shit for real.
You can lock my body up or contract my mind. You see, real niggas don't die, oh boy, we multiply. Loyalty flowing through my bloodline, so that's what I personify. From the fire in my eyes, girl, you can see I got a lust for life. You wanna know if it's real, look inside yourself and trust the vibe. Yeah, baby, just trust the vibe. Just trust the vibe, baby, just trust the vibe. Just trust the vibe, baby, just trust the vibe. Just trust the vibe.
Yo, every old head, if you 30 plus, you are fucking vibing out to this shit, yo. This is, your unc got this playing at the fucking cookout. Kids is in the pool and shit like that, yo. This shit, let's go.
Just trust the vibe, just trust the vibe, baby, just trust the vibe. There were times life threw me in the free fall, almost drowned in the streets, literally lost. Had to tread water till I reached shore. Imagine hoe telling me life's a beach, no. Couldn't see it, had feet sores. 10 toes to the ground, 4 quarters like a speedball. Yeah, took a few L's, no defeats, dog. Shooters keep shooting for the win, we don't keep score. Made me a monster, went to ego. Dire wolf, man, everything I went through was just a detour. Now niggas see me in the streets saying, Ghost, you a beast, dog. All praise goes to God, now I'm reborn. Took the hard work, turned it into C4. Put it on
let's go! You're not supposed to be lyrical in these type of flows, on these type of beats. Yo, this is dope. This is dope for real. Let's go.
But to eat, y'all, had to go against the grain to make sweet corn. Lord, so would you say it's justified for me to aim?
So
to
fire.
touch the sky, see eagles were born to fly. So you should never dull your shine. It's infectious all the time. And now she wants to get on the ride. And that's cool, but the law applies. Gotta trust the vibes. Yeah. And that's cool, but the law applies. Gotta trust the vibe. Real niggas don't.
it's got like those funk undertones to it too. I don't know. There's something about this where this is probably as close as you're gonna get to them to getting some kind of like a pop record, right? Like this joint is just super commercially viable. Tons of replayability. This is definitely a not like a contrast to the other tracks that we've had on them. I like this lane though, and the production value is like really good on this. The way that they produce this, if you listen to the track and everything from the compression to the tones and the vibe on this, it's all complete. Like we talk about things being thematic, we talk about things being cohesive. This is like 100% spot on. Like even like the old school kind of like feel and sound, a little bit of grittiness to it. Like yo, I like this a lot.
We multiply. Loyalty flowing through my bloodline, so that's what I personify. From the fire in my eyes, girl, you can see I got a lust for life.
I like what they're doing with her voice. The shit they're doing with her voice. Tell me that doesn't remind you of the fucking the big like little brown hairs everywhere. You nasty. Come on, man.
If it's real, look inside yourself and trust the vibe. Yeah, baby, just trust the vibe. Just trust the vibe, baby, just trust the vibe. Just trust the vibe, baby, just trust the vibe. Just trust the vibe, just trust the vibe. Just trust the vibe.
She asked what's your P? I said what's the vibe? She said let's escape. I said not tonight. She said I'm trying to flee from Egypt and cross the Nile. And if we smoke a little something, we'll touch the sky. I feel like Icarus with fame, it costs to fly. I feel my mind is like a castle, it's fortified. I'm trying to follow intuition, adjust to light. And even though temptation's real, can't force the vibe. Swear it's awesome, right? How we caught the vibe. We never followed any way, we surfing, right? At times I'm gauging every night with a lustful eye.
They are floating on this fucking beat.
The river get lost inside. Sometimes I feel this kind of cheese in short supply. Sometimes I light a little something to puff the lie. Sweet feeling that you get when you make the rules. When you wanna let go, you can't the cruise. Like an old house party, they playing the blues to make you grab that big tire and make you move. And trust the vibe, just trust the vibe, just trust the vibe, just trust the vibe. And I'm done.
Real niggas don't die, oh boy, we multiply. Loyalty flowing through my bloodline, so that's what I personify. From the fire in my eyes, girl, you can see I got a lust for life. I wanna know if it's real, look inside yourself and trust the vibe. Yeah, baby, just trust the vibe. Just trust the vibe, baby, just trust the vibe. Just trust the vibe, baby.
This shit make me want to put my dad's sandals on. Get some loafers and white socks and grill some shit. Let's go.
Just trust the vibe. Just trust the vibe. Just trust the vibe. Just trust the vibe.
Trust the vibe. Trust the vibe. Trust the vibe. Trust the vibe. Trust the vibe. Trust the vibe.
From Ghana. Charlie, when would I take drop clone for? Make one drop clone for. Make we take the vibe and enjoy, you know. You know, say we trust the vibe. Make one, Charlie. We trust the vibe.
Let's go. Shout out to Ghana. Look at that. Showing love across international lines. You love to see it. Here's the thing. So do the thing. You know what to do. 1 to 10 down in the comments. But there's an exception. If you are under 30 years old, you're not allowed. I do not want to hear what your score is on this track. You got to be at least 30. This is for the old heads only. You got to be at least 30 if you're scoring this track. I don't want to hear what none of y'all that came up on trap. I don't want to hear none of y'all came up on mumble rap. Y'all get no opinion on this, all right? Take that shit elsewhere. This was a perfect track. This was awesome. This was a good vibe. It's not like over the top where it's gonna like stand out for the rest of your life, but this is one that comes on, you're never gonna turn this off. There's nothing that I would change about it. Everything from the heft of the lyrics, they didn't try to outbar each other. Like they had the old school bounce in their fucking in their cadences and shit like that. Like literally everything about this was on point. This is a 10 out of 10. This is a 10 out of 10. What would you change? Like here, that's how you have to look at it. Like what would you change about it to improve it? There's nothing. Like this was such a feel good track. And like I said, the fact that in its placement in the album, right? this is coming right off of Packaging, which, again, my score on Packaging was a 3 out of 10. You guys educated me a lot on breaking that song down. Salute to y'all for that. I appreciate that a lot. But even the tonality of Packaging was a little bit more upbeat. You know what I'm saying? Despite it having some serious connotations in the content, once you understood what they were talking about, the actual sonic sound of the song was definitely a little bit more upbeat and more fun. This coming on the tail end of that is like carrying the pace of the album. I liked it a lot. This was dope. Let's go. Fourth Republic. I know we got a lot of songs to get through. I'm gonna try not to talk your ear off on this. Let's get it. Fourth Republic.
Well, I heard a lot of claims, seen a lot of things. On my way to greatness.
If it's about then it's gotta be. Many claiming these Buhari times. If you only carry rhymes, you will soon carry arms. It's a cold world, and you can't even afford a cardigan. But the Siberian Husky has really taught you to chill and adapt. An icon with the wolves, but I'm verily Emery, everly steady to raise the cannons and put the Torriera on the pitch you play. Jam 'em, pick up a piano and grand slam 'em, cause they were fishy like salmon. Meaning your wife is married to the real bitch, so you should get your gown on until the last surviving human singer drops an album. That like me.
Oh, this is different. This is different. He has a very, very signature sound. He's standing out on this. I like that. I like that he is separating himself from a lot of the cadences that are present on the rest of the album. It's a little bit jarring. It takes you a second to like catch what he's doing with it, but I like the uniqueness of the sound.
I look down, bro. And if them say that they find the realest of its kind, tell the person searching that you found one. Teslim left the bean that devours them. Enter the real rap club, he show me that he say that will bounce them. Most no go try come even if we invite them, so I do not engage them whenever I sight them. The shades no be for lights alone. What is you want to say now? Leave me alone, me alone. Minimum wage. People working our homes, working like slaves. So how we living the life? We live in danger. Cause I was born in the life, not in a manger. Like how we live in the capital with no capital.
Ah! Okay. Alright, let's go.
The life, we live in danger. Cause I was born in the life, not in a manger. How we live in the capital with no capital. No water in my tank, but all money in the bank. Cat calls like back calls for niggas wanna hit the cat ball, but we can't love our women. Mama told me go to church, but they sin it. I only go for you, mama, and I love singing. The preacher got a
Yo, this is fire!
Lord, please forgive me, it's war, ain't no pity, but still love my city. Our people pull like Edgar Allan while I rhyme like Edgar Allan. You could have battered my grind since I was 7. Ain't no telling how the city would look at Ellen. Degenerates claim that there's no rights for gays. If you live the life I live, you couldn't hate. It's all love, but it's in disgrace, and I'm ashamed. But we ain't facing my ties and sun rays. On Sundays, it's sunshine, the sunshades. Fading underneath the money, treat the money, had to pay. I be growing as a people, but the culture stay the same, gotta change. So the beggar, I ain't got no change, but I stay fly to the day I die. I'll die for my name, I'm gone.
Yo, that was absolutely fucking flames. Alright, so this doesn't feel like a track. This definitely feels more like a cypher. But it's a fire cypher. What does that mean for me? Despite the smooth jazz and the real like laid back kind of vibey beat, this is gonna go on my O2 Go playlist. This is gonna, it's moving. They're moving with this. Yeah, this is good. I like this a lot.
Top 10. Yeah, and really that's just dap spinning facts. Had to snap, best rappers around should be the caption. A different movie, but it's still the same cast when it's all said and done. Man, I swear we're moving backwards. Buhari times, pay attention to the track. It's a country where the politician masters of the catfish. Switching sides, that's the tactic. Where house of cards can't compare to the subplots and mad twists. Mad scripts, no dough, we send our cashless. Times it's hard to tell whether we're hungry or we're fasting. In all ways, to get to
Yo, they're doing the fucking thing on this, yo.
only get me to Ghana, now my guy, it's on a scam. The other day, man, I swear I saw a Lambo at the toll gate getting scratched by a damn folk. I thought of life, stay humble as you plan, bro. One day day you're in the clouds, the next day you're ambo. Try the small doctor guys, can't hold us down. We pulling punches like Deontay in the final round. This year we got a lot more. I like your top 5 chap if you don't have us at the top floor. We
Now let me bounce off the energy outsourced in this relay. Pass the baton, I got 4. We broke the camel's back, surely the last straw. Montana flows, that's on my word and brass balls. See everyone with a coat of arms in their passports knows the pain of rejection, yet it's hard to adapt towards. Sounds of generators blaring out from households. It's hot as hell, yet hard stares cold to the South Pole. This rat race got peeps sniffing from mouse holes for cheese, so I got a lightsaber like Darth Maul's. Sharp at both ends, cause poverty with no limbs and grown men sleeping about by Ijebu's a known trend. God forgive me for ever being ungrateful, and if I eventually lose this power of great skull to shock battle cats with raps, let it.
Yo, the amount of nerd references in this fucking track. I'm trying not to pause on every one of them and shit like that, because this will be a very, very long breakdown. There have been so many dope references on this fucking track. Let's go.
Graceful. So these rhymes become like the finest wine and age slow. But back to this country I call home, where Salami can turn the region into a war zone. You know it's deep when the bank itself gets foreclosed. Forget a pipe dream, best invest in a borehole. It's crazy.
What your party intends to do to reform healthcare in Nigeria?
Healthcare? We are bringing from Germany big hospital. We are bringing machines. They're bringing the whole hospital. Yes. In container.
Here's what's super dope about this, right? And this is not the first time that I'm picking up on them doing this as a team, right? We're getting hype about like the nerd references and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But when you listen to the track and what they're saying, they are disguising like really, really dope, conscious social messages with a lot of the flagrant text to make it so that it's catchy, right? Like this is really big. This is how you like disguise really, really good advice that you give your kids as something that's fun. You know what I'm saying? Like this is like when you like you give them chores to clean the house, but you make a game out of it. That's exactly what this type of track is. You have them delivering like some really good, conscious, socially, politically aware messages, but they're doing it in a way that just sounds fucking cool. Like, yeah, like this is fucking dope. That's probably the best analogy I'm gonna make on the fly. Write that one down, because I'm not topping it. I just peeked on my on-air analogies. But that's exactly what this is, man. They're putting like a lot of good shit in there, but they got just enough flavor text to make it like digestible to the average listener, so you don't have to be that super deep conscious hip hop head to pick it up. Like, yeah, this was dope. Everybody did their thing on this too. Everyone did their thing on this. Go ahead, drop it down. 1 to 10. 1 to 10. What are you giving it? What are you giving it? What are you giving it? This is hard. This is hard. I feel like I'm just 10 and shit up. I'm just in a good mood today. Like, what's going on? Like, what would you change? I really wouldn't change nothing about it either. Everybody did their thing. They came in. They were fucking smoking the fucking beat. Once whoever came in first, it took a little bit to kind of catch the pockets and shit like that. But like overall, as far as like a cipher verse goes, to put this on your O2 Go playlist, like yo, this song was perfect. I'm gonna give it another 10 out of 10. Oof, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. They're gonna say I'm biased. Fuck you, it's my channel. You don't like it? Rate your own shit. Shoten Camp. 2, 3, 4. Let's go.
2, 3, 4.
How do I go hold me down? What's up, your bros in town? Everybody talking about accolades, like in a Niger rap Hall of Fame combo, we don't have a claim. Like I'm not Hakeem with the 16s, oh boy, don't catch a fade from the Heisenberg or the crack verse Breaking Bad again. Green white greens, the flag he play. Killing these tracks is an average day. Each line hit him like Cassius Clay. Fake woke niggas say namaste. Don't do yoga but got the flame. Chicks wanna know how it's hang.
Let's go! And to throw it in like little hidden Street Fighter bars and shit like that. Let's go! This is my shit, yo. What the fuck is in this? I'm let's go. Chill, bring that back. Y'all ain't catch that. Don't act like you caught that. We got Dalsim bars in this shit. Let's get it.
with the 16s, oh boy, don't catch a fade from the Heisenberg or the crack verse breaking bad again. Green, white, green's the flag he claims. Killing these tracks is an average day. Each line hit him like Cassius Clay. Fake woke niggas say namaste. Don't do yoga but got the flame. Chicks wanna know how it's hanging, man. When I'm stacking change, could be better but I can't complain. Blows on lock so the show won't stop. But the ghost don't drop that acid rain. I'm not thirsty.
Yo, alright. So this is a perfect example of perfect music theory. The fucking way that the melody is riding the fucking rhythm, like it's this is amazing. What a fucking vibe.
Squad. Castro if you want smoke, dog. My flow's wet, you oppose mine and get aired out like a clothesline. Look at G.O.D's my cosign.
That was a little cheesy. I could do it at the clothesline bar.
Ain't no time except go time. This whole world's my gold mine. I'm no Igwe, but I'm gon' shine. That's why anytime I touch down ABJ, I know I go hold me down. Then I might hop on a Ghana cloud like Charlie, what's up? Your bros in town. KD and Calabar show me love. PH knows what time it is, but ain't no place like Lagos, boys outside we stay. Yeah.
What I like about this too is this is like an anthem right now. Like if you're from Lagos, like you're gonna bang this shit. This is the one for the whip, windows down, volume up. You wait until like you're getting off the highway, right? But you wait until like you're right around the neighborhood, and then you restart the song just so that everyone can hear the whole thing. You don't like catch the tail end of it. I know what the fuck y'all be doing. We all do the same shit. Let's go.
Yo, I come from the 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 2, 3, 4. Yo, I rep for the 2, 3, 4. Stand up. 2, 3, 4. Yo, I come from the 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 2, 3, 4. Yo, I rep for the 2, 3, 4. Stand up. 2, 3, 4. Yo, I come from the 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 2, 3, 4. Yo, I rep for the 2, 3, 4. Stand up. 2, 3, 4. Yo, I come from the 2, 3, 4.
I just get back to the flow. I just was moved by the codes when others will fold. I was in touch with my soul. The future is special, it's something that I just would know. I would use music to lessen the load. I would just roll when my guys are involved. I would just code how much I make in the end. These chappies will never be close. I just been back on the road. I just been focused on growth. I got the game by the throat. Guys got no time for the fakes. Watch out for snakes. Shit, one day they won't be exposed. So make sure your circle is close. Broke out the box when they gave us a role. Out of control. See them all claiming the throne. A lot of these chappies are clones. Really, we came on our own. Studied the game on our own. Stayed in the lane of our own. Finally entering the zone. After these projects were gone. New level, new level, new level. The love and respect we are shown. Wherever we visit it's on. So every time I touch down ABJ,
I know I go hold me down. Then I might hop on a Ghana cloud like Charlie, what's up? Your bros in town. KD and Calabar show me love. PH knows what time.
The second verse lacked the star power that the first one did. Am I off on this, right? Like there's something about the cadence, there's something about the catchiness and the writing, all combination of the first verse that kind of feels like it overshadowed the second one. The second one wasn't bad, didn't say anything corny. From a technical rap standpoint, again, it was dope, but it didn't lack the commercial viability of the first one. The first one, it sounded like something that was so catchy, the music theory was so good on it that you're almost guaranteed to hear it on the radio, right? The second one, it seemed like it switched gears and we went back to the mixtape, which isn't a bad thing, but it is a shift in music theory. It is a shift in like creative direction. It's interesting. But then like as soon as they start going back with both of their voices and shit like that, again, I think they transitioned really, really well from like you look at like the vocal layers from one to the next. Like that was dope.
But ain't no place like Lagos, boys outside we stay. Yeah, 2, 3, 4. Yo, I come from the 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 2, 3.
See? And this isn't like a super hip hop hook. Like the hook here leads me to believe that this was supposed to be the one that was commercially viable. This isn't super conscious, this isn't super fucking deep. This is the one where it's like, yo, it's simple, you know, chicks are gonna shake their fucking ass to it and shit like that. You're gonna rep it in your fucking hood if you're from there, like, you know what I mean?
For the 2, 3, 4. Stand 2, 3, 4. Yo, I come from the 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 2, 3, 4. Yo, I rep for the 2, 3, 4. Stand 2, 3, 4. Yo, I come from the 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 2, 3, 4. Yo, I rep for the 2, 3, 4. Stand 2, 3, 4. Yo, I come from the 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 2, 3, 4. Yo, I rep for the 2, 3, 4.
I would have liked them to take another like 4-bar stanza with the vocals layered, a little bit of the harmony on it right there. I would have liked them to do like a little Styles and Kiss at the end there instead of just bring it back and looping the hook a few more times. Alright, man, do your thing. You know what to do. Let's go. I'm starting to feel this pen. What are you rating this out of 10? What are you rating this out of 10? I'll let you guys get your stuff in. I don't want to influence you, despite me talking my ass off throughout this when I said I wasn't going to. I'm giving it a 7.5. I think it's a 7.5. I think it's a 7.5. And I'm not going to break it down any further. For all the reasons that I already said while I was going into it, I'm giving it a 7.5 out of 10. And I feel like that's fair. I feel like that's fair. Hunger Cries. Let's go. Let's go. Hunger Cries. So it sounds like we're getting back. We're doing like a soft transition back into the more serious stuff now. I would be really, really surprised if there was a song called Hunger Cries that was supposed to be a commercial bop.
You know, sometimes we're not prepared for adversity.
Open your eyes, look around, put your ears to the ground. You can hear it, it's a rap.
I stand correct.
Hold up, listen to the crowds from the belly of the beast. That's the streets saying, please let me eat. Can't you see? Shut it down. Like when my president comes into town. Like when my president comes into town. Like when my president comes into town. Like when the president comes into town. I'm politicking with the squad on how to hack these systems flaws, but you don't need a crystal ball for you to see through this mirage. Boko Haram still bombing niggas, sergeants out here robbing niggas, ribs are touching, palms are itching. Most ain't got a apocalypse, and most alarming is the lack of empathy from the presidency, cause evidently shithole lies don't matter. It's what they telling us, G-man. Look, fuck.
They're doing it again. This is like a thing that they're doing. Yo, I'm getting too fucking baked to commentate on this shit. Again, they are putting the conscious, socially, politically aware sentiments and messages into the shit that's a fucking... But like, yo, I was like 100% in on that shit. Like, let's go.
This government, sad thing is they're numb to it. Damn shame on their lies, that and prayer is all they come up with. Some would say stop complaining, just come up with a solution. If that's the case, one could claim what's the point of appointing rulers. What's true is we have the power against cowardly acts of gluttony. Tired of all this fuckery, our society's rumbling. Just open your eyes, look around, put your ears to the ground. You can hear it, it's a rap. Hold up, listen to the crowds from the belly of the beast. That's the streets saying, please let me eat. Can't you see? Shut it down. Like when my president comes into town. Like when my president comes into town. Like when my president comes into town. Like when the president comes into town.
Shut it down, boys gon' shut it down. Said they want a shot, guy, we bought another round. Man like Musa in front of goal, I swear I'm popping now. I'm switching topics like a prophet, seeking profit now. Shout out loud.
His voice sounds really good on this beat. Like, really good.
Promise Cobain would make it. If Lagos taught me one thing, I swear it taught me patience. We've been chasing greatness even when they weren't relating. Some I pair speed by, like see how long it's taking. Ask God what's the hold up, like what's happening, chappy. He said be careful what you wish for, fame won't make you happy. Since palm wine, a couple nasty pies have tried to trap me. Another rapper picked the bottle up and tried to attack me. I just laugh, I feel the fact they're trying to catch me means I'm gaining speed. Lately we've been calling bigger numbers, man, it's plain to see. Same OGs, Ghost and Tech, same old team. And we winning all around, so nothing left to do but shut it down.
Like when my president comes into town. Like when my president...
Yo, the contrast of their voices on this beat is like fucking melody heaven.
Comes into town.
Pause?
Like when my president comes into town. Like when the president comes into town. Open your eyes, look around, put your ears to the ground. You can hear it in the ground. Hold up, listen to the crowd from the belly of the beast. That's the street saying, please let me eat. Can you see? Shut it down.
too. They let the beat breathe on the fade out. This is one of the dopest fucking albums we've ever reviewed. I feel like you guys are gonna eat me up in the comments, like, yo, you're being too lenient, blah blah blah. But that, like, I'm really just fucking with this project right now. This was a solid 8.5. Solid 8.5, 8.5. Drop your comments, obviously. Drop your scores. This is like a solid 8.5 out of 10. 8.5 out of 10. Again, I kind of got the Wale music theory vibe on this too. This sounds like something that would be on the album about nothing. That's like kind of where it put me with the different cadences that they were switching, like jumping in and out of and shit like that. It was super, super lovely. This is probably one of the most sonically pleasing ones to listen to. Like, something about this, the music just felt good. You know what I'm saying? Steve, put the pen down. I know, fuck you, but I was feeling it. Alright. Oh shit, did I put up Hungry Cries twice? Hold up. Next is supposed to be Everything I Love. Ah, the uploader has made it so that this video is not available.
Remote learning.
So it automatically jumped to the next one. Ah. I wonder why. Alright, so let's see if we can do a quick Google search. Maybe somebody else has it up. Stand by. Hey.
Learn how to trust your intuition.
Say whatever you want about me. Never say that I don't have a little ingenuity here. Alright, so we still good. We still good. Everything I Love is on. Let's go.
Learn how to trust your intuition.
Family.
To learn how to look after your health.
Life.
To learn how to be kind.
Growth.
I think that's something that we undervalue in society.
Advancement.
I agree with that. I do agree with that. I think there's a lot of things that are taught society-wise, and I don't think kindness is one of them. I think you get entrepreneurship. I think you get a lot of capitalism. I think you get a lot of hard work preached out to you. I think you get a lot of opportunity, the whole you can be anything you want to be when you grow up type stuff. But you don't hear too much societal emphasis on being kind. I'm gonna bring that back. I actually agree with that a lot. I'm in my contemplative bag now. Now it's got me thinking of that shit.
Learn how to trust your intuition.
Family.
To learn how to look after your health.
Life.
To learn how to be kind.
Growth.
I think that's something that we undervalue in society.
Advancement. Swear down. Come on. That's on everything I love. That's on everything I love. Yeah. But on everything I love.
Everything I love.
Classic.
My relationship with Lagos, I'm a love-hate. It's like the iOS is hanging, needs an update. It's like if babe saving herself, you got a long wait. It's like my plane's been hovering above the runway. Everything I love, everything I love.
Really good imagery off the rip on this.
It's like the Lagos high is fading, trying to feel the buzz. It's been a while since I felt comfortable inside the club. Sometimes I envy Kid Connect, cause he just faded, huh? The babes I used to tap are coming back to me. I'm careful about the vibes that I attract to me. It's like I mean, if I'm searching for a queen, then I have no further business trying to sell these girls a dream.
Let's go! We slayed this.
The family now, but we see each other less. I'm like it can be now, when we're finally on the verge that it falls apart. Where we swam past all the challenges and all the sharks. It's like in the end we gon' all depart. But my true niggas, I swear I take them all to heart. Yeah, in the end we go all depart. But my true niggas, I swear I take them all to heart. And that's on.
Yo, he ate that. He ate that whole verse.
And that's on everything I love. That's on everything I love. Yeah, that on everything I love. This is everything I love.
The smell of fresh Agege bread hits my nose like a tidal wave, evoking memories from childhood holidays when my cousins would come around to play. My mom would make us memorize.
That's such an interesting thing. So, talk about this down in the comments. I want to know your stories. Do you have a scent that you pick up that reminds you of a very, very specific time or place in your life? this is the Taurus in me. There are like 2 scents that I'll be like walking down the street and like randomly catch and get a whiff of out of nowhere that will specifically remind me of particular exes that I was with. I don't know if that's some type of brainwashing that Scorpios do to kind of like control your mind for the rest of your life, but there are like 2 scents, there are like 2 people that have a very, very distinct scent about them, and I mean that in a pleasant way, obviously not like an odor, but like that will just take me back and instantly, without like me thinking about it, completely like out of my hands, I have no control over it, will just instantly take my memories back to that place. That was really, really, I like the way you said that too. It's super relatable, and I think everybody has stuff like that too, right?
That's on everything I love. Yeah. That on everything I love. This is everything I love.
The smell of fresh Agege bread hits my nose like a tidal wave, evoking memories from childhood holidays when my cousins would come around to play. My mom would make us memorize Psalm 91 to start the day. These were the building blocks on which a young Don was raised, without which I'm sure I would have gone astray. When innocence lost morphs into those growing pains. Evolution 101, don't be opposed to change. I started off rhyming for sport, not knowing my path till I paved it, then evolved. Since then it's been quality over quantity. Go check your astrology, what animal embodies when I was born. The bars are ice cold, give them time to defrost. Still a Rolling Stone.
I don't like that he's taking the whole second half of his verse here to now like switch and just talk about rhyming. I feel like he had the essence of the verse in the first stanza, and the whole first verse was amazing. I think Tech was on the first verse. That was fucking dope as shit. I don't like the direction that he's going with. I think this is Ghost now. They're going with the second half of this.
Now all the wonder were lost. Keep that fire in my eyes, pizzazz in my walk. Reserved by nature, but hit the boss in my talk. I stay in that double low mode till the sky falls. Thankful for every day of battling in this good fight, dog. Passion is key, gotta have something to live for. If not, find something that you're willing to die for and grind on.
And that's on everything I love.
That was a light verse. That was light.
That's on everything I love. Yeah. Put that on everything I love. This is everything I love. And that's on everything I love. That's on everything I love. Yeah. Put that on everything I love. This is everything I love.
That's on everything I love. That's on everything I love. Yeah. That on everything I love. This is everything I love. And that's on everything I love.
Got kind of like a Rocky theme song kind of sound to it.
That's on everything I love.
To learn about our sexuality as human beings, because a lot of our identity is part of how we see ourselves as sexual beings. To learn.
Yeah, I don't feel like he did justice to the sample either, right? Like once you twist it up and then you start talking about you rapping and coming up rapping and stuff like that, it takes away from that whole like learn kindness and like vibe that they built up with the intro sample. Also not a big fan of using both an intro and an outro sample in the same track. This might be the weakest verse that I've heard so far from Ghost, and Tech absolutely ate this shit. Overall, I'm giving it a 7. This is like a 7. This is a 7 for me. I'm very curious to see where you guys rate this one. Yeah. No white flags. We only got 2 more. We are flying through these. Let's go. No white flags. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Ooh, featuring Rotex and Fleet. I feel like I haven't been calling out the features in all these.
Classic. Grinding every day. You're the shoulder you could lean on, Superman. You do your stunts yourself, all the scripts are still yours. From the concrete grew a rose. Now your story will be told.
No pressure.
Trying to comparisons to give definitions of life. To drop the dream and chase the trees cause you were never right. Overactive respirations, escaping lacerations. I mean they say the flesh is weak so curb your aspirations. But what's the use if the outcome doesn't match what you bought? Into through the motions cause you learning what some people thought. All aboard, missing the train like you've been losing thought. Trying to find the right direction when you're really lost. Yes, homie, yes. Leaving it the chance of something easier, less stress. Cope with the demands given by media's best dressed. Some doubting in excess. Shoot up the girl, nobody here's impressed. Nah. I take it as it comes in tsunamis and large drama. Even a believer believes that some voices try you to.
Her mastery over like the actual pitch of her voice and how she's using it to bring you in and like really like make it melodic is like really good. I liked it a lot throughout this. I liked what she said. I want to bring this back though. I'm bringing this whole verse back, I think. When she starts talking about like because you're struggling because you're trying to learn somebody else's thoughts. Like that was fucking heavy. I feel like she ain't put enough time to breathe and like step back from that one. Like that was kind of a bomb on there.
Concrete through a rose. Now your story will be told.
I couldn't catch like the flow or the melody, like him coming in. Tell me if I'm off on this too. I feel like this intro, like the music itself leading up was like dope, right? Kind of had like a vibe. I feel like when he came in, he has a really good voice, but it didn't like fit the internal rhythm that I had from the beat. It sounded like he may have been a little bit off. Tell me if I'm off on this.
Classic. Grinding every day. You're the shoulder you can lean on, Superman. You do your stunts yourself, all the scripts are still yours. From the concrete through a rose. Now your story will be told.
I do like that we're going back to the theme on this. This is not the first time that we've heard the rose rising out of concrete reference on this album, if you guys have been paying attention. It's at least the second, maybe the third time that it's happened on this album so far. Very interesting that's something that they choose to continuously go back to. And I do think that theme is heavily present on this. If you go back to what we were talking about how like a lot of this stuff is slightly educational, right? There is a lot of conscious topics and they are speaking to like their hood, like where they're from and shit like that. So you kind of have that like, yo, I'm trying to be the thing that blossoms around me in the concrete and like give that life to those around me who are within earshot. Like it, you can see the essence of that throughout this.
No pressure.
Trying to comparisons to give definitions of life. To drop the dream and chase the trees cause you never right. Overactive respirations, escaping lacerations. I mean they say the flesh is weak so curb your aspirations. But what's the use if the outcome doesn't match what you bought? Into through the motions cause you learning what some people thought.
She starts eating from that line forward.
Missing the train like you've been losing thought. Trying to find the right direction when you're
like train of thought. Okay.
Lost. Yes, homie, yes. Leaving it the chance of something easier, less stress. Cope with the demands given by media's best dressed. Some doubting in excess. Shoot up the girl, nobody here's impressed. Nah. I take it as it comes in tsunamis, I lost drama. Even a believer believes that some voices try you to hinder connections with your creator. Leave you a loop and just jaded understatement.
Back against the wall and shit. Kicking through the doors with faith. Fighting through no white flags in the air. You did it alone. You did it alone.
And
I don't like the hook. I don't like it. They tease you with his voice. I want to hear him just fucking belt out and just let loose on one of these jazz beats. I feel like it felt so contained, so held back, like he wanted to just snap off and let go, but they kept pulling back with like the other kind of like subtle distortion ad lib that's like not in the foreground. It's definitely like way back. Like I don't know. I felt like they almost had something with this hook, but it like they put the restraints on my guy. Who is this? Who is on this hook? I want to listen to their album.
Looping just jaded understatement.
Back against the wall and shit. Kicking through the doors with faith.
Yeah, take out the second part, no disrespect to whoever that is, and let this man catch an upswing. So what you want to do, you're going to hear the vocal pitch that's going to belt out from this part, right? And it would just make for such a good music theory. Pulling it back down and going for the undertone kind of vibe, like I don't get it. It doesn't. It feels like a tease here to me.
Fighting through no white flags in the air. You did it alone. You
and I wouldn't change a thing. Young boy, you gon' learn today. Better have lead in your vertebrae, cause the game's the game. Never compromise my barcode. Got a nigga feeling like Marlowe. Nigga, my name's my name. So put some respect on that, G. Organic growth, had to plant seeds. If it bangs, it bangs. Because I give it all that I got. That's me the rock, man, I'm shooting my shot. It's ironic how I crave peace of mind, alive, yet with my soul at rest. That is chasing these dreams that got me sleeping less. These bags under my eyes suggest I need a bet. But this addiction to beat slaughter just can't be repressed. Ever since mom bought me my first BMX, I've been a rider like Jax Teller, the son of anarchy, just an African rap terror. Doing wheelies down these Lasky streets, causing mad tremors. All in the quest for the creative man's treasure, to make a mark with my art. Would rather these double entendres be left out of my arc if it meant I touch a fountain full of hearts. And that's how a rose grows from the gravel. Even though it was fragile, his soul broke from the shackles who never rode with the cattle. He let his mind travel, now when he's roaming his astral. The road was rocky, but he never thrown with the towel.
Back against the wall and shit.
Yo, there was so much to unpack on that. I stopped myself from pausing that verse like 15 times. Like all the way down to the Rocky entendre at the end, like that. Yeah, that was dope. That was dope. And again, we do see the rose from the gravel reference again, man. Hold on, bring back this rhyme scheme. This whole last rhyme scheme when he started from that point was fucking bananas.
Down these Lasky streets causing mad tremors. All in the quest for the creative man's treasure, to make a mark with my art. Would rather these double entendres be left out of my arc if it meant I touch a fountain full of hearts. And that's how a rose grows from the gravel. Even though it was fragile, his soul broke from the shackles who never rode with the cattle. He let his mind travel, now when he's roaming his astral. The road was rocky, but he never thrown with the towel.
Yo, I only hear those type of cadences from Stogie T. He gave me like real heavy Stogie vibes on that last bit of that verse right there. That's the exact type of rhyme patterns and shit like that I hear from like a high quality Stogie verse. That was dope.
Against the wall and shit. Kicking through the doors with faith. Fighting through no white flags in the air.
Alright, so prediction. I think we got one more person coming on this, right? We got 1 minute and 20 seconds left. This is kind of like a weird version of the Cypher verse that we heard earlier, right? The Cypher one that we heard in the beginning, what was it? Fourth Republic, I think it was. The choice to not have a hook there, I think assisted the Cypher feeling and flow and stuff like that. Whereas if they do put an additional person on the end of this and they don't just wrap it around, like, I think it's a lose-lose at this point. With 1 minute 20 seconds left, putting a third person on kind of feels like you should have just made it like a what am I just saying? Like a Cypher track, right? And then otherwise you just re-looping the hook for the last minute and a half of the song isn't exactly great either, right? I feel like at this point in this track, like I'm not sure where they're gonna go, but I'm gonna be dumb critical of it.
Did it alone. You did it alone.
Yeah, got engineering, special design. Bench press flows, time to incline. Inclined to reason self as divine. Cause even with palm wine as the sound, we more refined than them. Let that sink into your palate. Weaving special tapestry with Ashokan fabric. That means it's heavy, like the head that wears the crown. And like that fake Hennessy, they ask us water down the sound. I lie. Instead we buckle up for war. The outlier spitting fire, burning down the store. My girl told me, Wale, you guys need to package more. Marketing and skin color separation, go from floor.
See, normally I would have pointed that out and I would have looked dumb, but y'all told me that his first name was Wale in the comments. I read all the comments, and now I know that was not like a professional reference, more like a personal one. See? Tell me I don't pay attention. Let's go.
A lot of nuance in between. While I'm in bed thinking how I found myself a queen. A lot of fans approach me, say I'm living out their dreams, and the future's looking bright like dancers up on the screen. My God.
Let's go.
Back against the wall and shit. Fighting through no white flags.
Alright, drop your scores. I don't want to influence you. No white flags for me. Here's what you do. Here's what I do with this verse, right? The whole intro leading up until my man on the hook comes in, cut that out. Get rid of that. My main on the hook and the second voice on the hook, cut it all out. Get rid of it. First chick to rap, super fucking dope. Have her start with the fucking lead up and have her come out swinging. Then you throw Ghost and Tech right fucking behind her. You turn this into a cypher verse. All three of them had monsters. You saved the super, like the guy on the hook sounds phenomenal. Give him his own jazz beat where he can actually belt some shit out. Turn that into something that's super heartfelt. Maybe even something for the ladies. I don't feel like we really had too much for the ladies on here. Maybe you get like really, really deep in your relationship type track with him. He has one of those voices where like he sounds like he been through some shit. He dated a Scorpio once or twice in his life. He done been through heartbreak. I want to hear him on one of those type of tracks. I don't feel like he served a purpose on this hook. It didn't do anything for me. This definitely felt like more of a cipher with like the amount of bars and shit that they were going with that. 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. There's still a lot of stuff to take away to like about this, but I felt myself nitpicking too much the stuff that was like not fitting or not flowing right for me. 6 out of 10. Last one, tipping point. Last one. This is going by super fast. I gotta smoke through all of my reactions. Where are we at time-wise? It's been an hour already. I feel like we just started. Alright, let's go. Oh, Boogie, what's going on, my guy? Classic.
Now if the system's a hoe, gotta give me some dough. So I'll be pimping these flows till I'm dripping in gold. Got a tank full of passion, now I'm hitting the road. If you're down to ride with me, then grab the wheel and let's roll. Let's put some stats in the bank. Don't be too flashy, my man, cause niggas with itchy fingers been known to snatch you for that. Make progress or make excuses, and now y'all that is a fact. If hustling is a degree, I have a master's in that. But yo, I'm tired of being tired. I'm trying to be inspired, but part of me is dying, you know, I know. I'm tired of being tired. I'm trying to be inspired, but part of me is dying, you know. I know these Buhari times make it hard for guys to be sanctified, but peace can steal 150 mil without batting an eye. How you fight corruption where crooks and governments fraternize? Shouldn't take a spliff to spark a shift in your paradigm. I heard them say the times like angels and dragonflies, meaning relative, make the best of it, was dad's advice. With that in mind, I had to scribe in these pattern rhymes till I got that #1 band like Afro Samurai. The rep.
Yo, let's go, man. If you guys don't watch Afro Samurais, like, what are you doing with your life? Go watch this shit right now. I'm going to play this album back 15 more times just to see all of the different anime, all of the different nerd culture references that I may have missed. I really get the vibe that these are like my fucking peoples, yo. Like, I like the content. Anybody that goes out of their way to maintain the soul of hip hop vibes, add in conscious like shit to better your community, and then pepper in nerd shit throughout just to stay true to your own character, like that's like the perfect recipe. What more could you fucking ask for? I'm sorry, I'm on my soapbox now. Let's go. Just worry about the track. Hold on, bring it back. I can do the Afro Samurai line again.
In mind, I had to scribe in these pattern rhymes till I got that #1 band like Afro Samurai. The revolution will be televised. We the rap version of Kim Jong-un when all his nukes are weaponized. The minds are muscle, it's time for exercise. Get in those reps, cause the government's got you resting on a bed of lies. Call me the truth in this booth, I'll make him testify. We go against the tide, they petrify. You see the data, these niggas been bitten by a what kind of testify. So these back to lyrics are like insecticide, cause y'all bugging. I'm tired of being tired, I'm trying to be inspired, but part of me.
He might have suffered, like, Ghost might actually suffer from having too much rhythm and not enough melody. Like, he has so little variety in his voice and fluctuations that he reminds me of, like, Royce the 5'9", like that. In that you can find yourself so caught up in the rhythm that you're not paying attention to everything that's being said. And he writes so intricately and shit like that, like, you're going to end up missing dope shit because you just get caught in the rhythm. Like, this is why music theory is super important, and it's like the difference between like people who become like legends underground and those that can make like hit records. Like, there's a huge difference between the two feels between the two of them, and a lot of it does come down to music theory.
I know. I'm tired of being tired. I'm trying to be inspired, but part of me is dying, you know.
I know that's why I'm eager to tell him about the lies the leaders are selling. The people rebelling is something that I seek on the telly. Legislative, taking our share, eating and swelling. Executive, letting them execute us while he sleeps and is telling all of these stories. Borrowing, we can embellish. Judicial, a new low, taking law, tweaking the spelling. Reasons they give can never hold water, leaking and smelling. Can't see the arms of the government when you're deep in the belly. We can envelop and open.
Let's go. The only thing I would say is because of the whole cadence thing that we just talked about, or the whole rhythm thing we just talked about, I would have put him on directly after the first like intro or hook that came into it, instead of going back to back with the same voice or the same tonality. I think Boogie's voice is pitched enough that it's going to separate that really well.
Letter, hoping better people show up so we can develop. I'm tired of you sheep and I'm yelling. Somebody get a matching tire. Burn the meat of these felons. Demons in their white agbada looking meek and angelic. You're sleeping with the enemy who should sleep in the cell. In the bleakness of hell, I don't believe that you're well. As I'm storming, that's a rock. Weeping, I plead on this megaphone. They be passing rocks, beefing. You seen the beggar stone. Man of the Senate of video vixens and artists. If this is the bigger pick, every pixel is garbage. The future of my kids looking dark as mine, but we only care about which party shines. These Buhari times.
That was a dope way to end it. Let's go. Clap it up. This was a dope album. I'm glad we decided to do this. Make sure you go support the artists. Let them know that you are excited for the 5th iteration of this. This is all about showing them love. What are you giving this one? What are you giving this one for tipping point? Tipping point. I feel like that 8.5 range. I'm still rating that 8.5 range. 8.5 out of 10. What's the overall score? I'm going to get a calculator because I don't math well. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So it's out of 140. Out of 140. What do you guys give this out of 140? Plus 8, plus 10, plus 4, plus 8, plus 3, plus 10, plus 10, plus 7.5. That's not 7.5. Still 8, 7.5. Plus 8.5. Plus 7, plus 6, plus 8.5. 106.5 out of 140. Double check my math. Make sure that's right. 6, 10, 8, 10, 4, 8, 3, 10, 10, 7, 5, 8, 5, 7, 6, 8, 5. 106, 106.5 out of 140. That's my score. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Let me know down in the comments below. As always, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. This has been super, super fun. What a great album to have run through with you guys. It's been educational. It's been a vibe. We've had the bar fest. This was super fucking dope. Let me know how your experience was. Let me know if you guys enjoyed yourself and what you guys want on the next one. I will catch you guys on the next one.